This episode of NOLA Film Scene is brought to you by the Law Office of Jana McCaffery. Welcome to NOLA Film Scene with TJ and Plaideau.
I'm TJ.
And as always, I'm Plaideau. We're live and may have been a little too soon, but that's all right because, it's just jokes. Welcome, Jim Gleason, to your second NOLA Film Scene.
Pete.
Number 2.
And number 2.
How are you, Jim?
Good. How are you doing, TJ?
Doing really good.
It's been a while.
It has. We're excited for CajunCon. We're going to see you in a few days.
Yeah.
And what is this your first con?
It's the first time that I'm going to have a table. Yes. I've been to Fan Expo a number of times, and over here in my hometown of Mandeville, they have the St. Tammany Con. I've been to that a couple of times. I went to the most recent one, and so yeah, I'm really super excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, when I saw this one, because Scott's been promoting this thing for a year. He's really been promoting it for a year. And when I saw this one, because I'd seen Scott at a few other events and stuff, we'd been in touch. When I saw, and you'll appreciate this, Brian, perhaps you will, TJ, but when I saw that 3 of the surviving 4 Wonka kids are going to be there, I was all over it. And so I just browbeat Scott Innes until he gave me a table.
Nice. Yeah, so we had Scott on the other day, and he was talking about the set piece that they built. They spent $10,000, and it's not a secret. He said it on the live stream. They spent $10,000 building this set piece for the Wonka kids to sit and sign autographs, and it's going to be something to behold. He showed us his room where he's got all the stuff that he's accumulating to take to the con to put out.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be quite the undertaking. I don't know when you're planning on going. We're going to get there on Friday and start setting up. We'll have some merch. We'll have some NOLA Film Scene T-shirts and some other small merch, and hopefully get to hang out with lots and lots of friends.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there Friday to set up, and then I'll be there all day Saturday and Sunday. And I even, another thing that's exciting about it is there's a lot of other cool guests, like Lou Ferrigno's going to be there, and Clint Howard, who I would love to say hello to, the younger brother of Ron Howard, who is a Star Trek fan. I saw him first when I was watching Star Trek, and then he had that series Gentle Ben back in the 60s, where he was best friends with a big black bear, and then he's been in just about everything that Ron does, and then even a nice little role on Seinfeld. And, Eddie Munster's going to be there.
And I just saw that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool guests. I'm really excited about that.
Are you bringing Ron Howard any Tranya?
Yes, I'm going to bring Clint. It's Clint Howard. Brian, how dare you?
Oh,
I will.
I was going for the Tranya joke.
It's Tranya.
Who is as bald as I am? We have Power Rangers are going to be there. Flash Gordon.
Oh yeah,
Charlie Brown kids. Is it the guy from Blazing Saddles? Busted.
Oh yeah, no, it's you had to say that. Why would you? But it's Burton Gilliam.
Yeah.
A little Burton Gilliam story. Burton Gilliam for a while was also refereeing fights on USA's Tuesday Night Fights, and so years ago, before I left for Los Angeles, I was working at the cable convention where all the cable stations had their booths, and I was working as a cable booth there, and I saw Burton Gilliam was there, so I made a point to go over and talk to him. I talked to him about Blazing Saddles. He was a fireman and met Mel Brooks and Mel Brooks said, "You're working on my movie tomorrow," and then boom, he was in the movie. And
wow,
this is what Burton Gilliam told me, and I told him I was a big fight fan, and I'd seen him refereeing fights and stuff, and he couldn't have been more affable, just a wonderful guy. So I'm excited about seeing him. And actually, Brian, Jean Calderera.
Yes, I think we're more Facebook friends than in person. But yeah.
Well, apparently she knows Burton Gilliam real well, like family friend kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll see Jean at this. She has to come all the way up from Homa, so she may not make it.
Worlds are colliding.
That's it. Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah.
Now, when Creek Wilson, when he goes to a con, he's kind of leading with his Mariner's Ghost, and there's nothing wrong.
Sure.
When you go, do you have a lead with this type of crowd, or what's on your banner?
Oh, I'm not sure what's on my banner because Scott's the one that put it together. I said, do I need a banner or I says, I got a banner for you. I was like, cool, dude. But if you've been to these cons, whoever's at the table usually has some photographs that they're ready to sign and purchase. And so I've worked on a number of projects that I believe are kind of con-worthy, if you will. So, like I was on the ill-fated 2015 Fantastic Four. I worked on Mayfair Witches. I worked on Secrets of Sulphur Springs for Disney. I worked on a fan-produced Star Trek show called Star Trek Continues, where they got the original cast and they rebuilt the original sets. I mean, this is an amazing show. If you find it on YouTube, check out Star Trek Continues if you're a Trek fan. So I worked on that, and I did the main voice in an audio drama of a zombie apocalypse show. It lasted for about 4 years, called We're Alive, and it's got a bunch of spin-offs, and I was in a couple of those. So I was like, what pictures should I bring? And I realized I'm going to create something I have never seen, which is a collage. So I got some screenshots of the shows, and then I had my own pictures that I took with the people on the show. And so those are going to be my picks. So I'm not really leading with any one thing per se, but I've got a little something for everybody. If you're a kid, I've got Sulphur Springs. If you're a Trekkie, I've got Star Trek Continues. If you like, AMC, Anne Rice stuff, I got Mayfair Witches. So, and then I have just a standard headshot that I'll have for available. And I'm thinking of bringing some other like fun, not related to stuff that I did, but fun merch that I have at home that I've been trying to sell on Facebook Marketplace for a while. I'll throw it up there and see if somebody wants to come by, and I'll sign it and they can buy it or whatever.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'm really excited. I just took the files to the printers today. I'll get the prints tomorrow, and I'm excited to see them. So
excellent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian just told me our banner's ready to be picked up. So he's going to get that probably tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen a proof or anything of it yet. Well, I guess I kind of did. I saw the logo that you uploaded.
Yeah. We had the original pictures, and the quality was too low. So we had to go back, and it worked, and yada, yada, yada. I wonder where you got the idea for a collage, Jim.
Well, I didn't steal it. It just came to me that why settle on one picture? Because I don't think that anybody's going to want just one little picture. So I thought, I'll put this.
I'm just teasing because that's pretty much all I post.
That's true. That's true.
I put it in your brain.
I think subliminally I was getting vibes. Another thing I'm kind of excited about is, Brian, that I am a nut for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I said to Scott, I said, hey, Scott, if you have a panel, I'll be your moderator because I know so much trivia about that movie. And he said, well, we don't have a panel set up, but maybe we'll put one together for Sunday. So he's going to be sorry that he said that because I'm going to be all over him to get a panel up so that I can be, I'm getting ready to write out a whole series of questions, and I got a trivia quiz for the participants, for the kids,
yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah. I'm looking forward.
It'll be another good use of the $10,000 stage he's made.
Yeah. Right. So maybe so. Yeah.
He was talking about not doing panels, but I think a lot of people really want them, really want to see the panels. They like that interaction with them, where they're not having to pay for an experience, either autographs or photos or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But they can interact and ask questions and hear from them personally about their experiences.
Yeah.
From that, because that movie it's iconic, and it was probably life-changing for all of them, for everybody that was in it. I
was doing my research recently. It came out in 1971, did not do well at the box office. And eventually, whoever had the rights to it, they sold the rights to it for like $500,000. And then whoever bought it started playing it around Thanksgiving time every year. And it took off. And that was right before the age of, home video and VHS, and then later DVD. They took off. And now it's become like a total classic. So
I remember it from when I was a kid. That's one of the earliest movie memories that I have.
Yeah, me too.
Is that and Wizard of Oz. I remember watching both of them. And back back in the 70s, the late 70s, my dad had the precursor to VCRs. It was called a VTR, a videotape recorder.
Wow.
And it looked like a VHS tape on steroids. It looked just like a VHS tape, but giant. They were huge, but you could set it up. It had these big, huge buttons. You hit the play and the record, and you had to have it on the right channel on the TV, but he would record movies. And he had this remote. He would watch it when it was recording, and he would pause it when the commercial would come on. And then as soon as the commercials ended, he would hit record again. So we would have a whole movie without commercials.
So he was an editor as well.
That's right.
I saw Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in the theater at Lakeside Mall when there was still a theater over there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how far back I go, Brian.
Wow.
No comment necessary.
Oh, no.
I saw Rocky and Jaws no, I didn't get to see the first Jaws, but Star Wars there. And many other movies.
I saw Star Wars there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I miss the old days of movies. I'll say it.
Oh, yeah.
I was a kid, and during Star Wars, I went to the bathroom. Then I stopped by the concession, and they had that book. I don't know if it's called an ash can or what, but it's like a little preview, and it had some of the screenshots, and real tiny. And I stared at it. I forgot to go back in the movie. Went in the movie, and then when we came out, I dragged my parents. I need that.
Yeah.
I'm always been about that merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Movie memorabilia.
Yeah.
What going from a guest to being a fan to being a guest. What are some of the things you have heard that excite you about it, and maybe things that you're waiting to see what happened?
Well, I haven't really heard too much about what happens. I mean, I've seen it, and I'm just curious as to how much people are going to actually buy from me. Who knows? Maybe nothing. Maybe something. Maybe I can break even. Maybe I can make a little bit of a Skrilla. I don't know. But one thing that I really want to do is, no matter who walks up, just make them feel special. Do you know what I mean? I just want to make them feel welcome, and I want to, be enthused that they're there, and I want them to feel like them coming over my booth was something they'll remember. So, and I have zero expectations. I've been to some, but I have zero expectations. I mean, I've been to some where the person's sitting there. That will be me.
Right.
Right.
Now maybe if I did 10,000 cons, I might be the guy.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be me this weekend. I'm going to be, talking to people and just saying hello and really making them feel like, hey, this is a special moment.
Yeah. And you appreciate the fans,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, there have been times like I met Giancarlo Esposito. And his energy wasn't super high, but he was exhausted. You know what I mean? So there's a difference. And I've seen people at cons. Sometimes it's in the photo op and they're like, I'm taking a picture with the fan.
Yeah.
No. And it's hard to keep your energy up, but it's that they are not only paying for their time with you and celebrating all you've done, but they've watched you all your career. And you hear a lot of great stories, though, whether it's voice actors, where the autistic child finally speaks when they hear him in person or her. The fans just, and I know from my own experience, like Jason Momoa, you have a picture to share and nobody can believe it. So I think you're going to do okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just excited. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. And it's a little bit weird for us because we're not going as celebrity guests. We're going as sponsors. So we do have a booth, but a little bit of a different take on it. Brian is way more experienced in the con experiences than I am. I can count on both hands the number of cons I've been to in my life. And
same to you.
I mean, I understand them. I get them, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
It's just people having fun,
Yeah, totally.
walking around, looking at stuff, looking at, people they don't know, celebrities. Why are you famous? Well, if you have to ask me that, I'm not famous, I guess.
We'll be right back.
Have you been injured? New Orleans-based actor Jana McCaffery has been practicing law in Louisiana since 1999, specializing in personal injury since 2008. She takes helping others very seriously, so if you've been injured, Jana's offering a free consultation and a reduced fee to fellow members of the Louisiana film industry. She will handle your case from start to finish. She can be reached at janamccaffery@gmail.com or 504-837-1234. Make sure you tell Her NOLA Film Scene sent you.
But I'll show them, what about these, and what about these, and what about these? So,
Ever heard of Anne Rice?
Hello.
How about Disney?
Of course, you've never heard of Star Trek, have you?
And they're going to have the usual vendors.
Yeah.
Maybe not usual. They're going to have vendors, cosplays. I don't know how many cosplay hosts or guests he has, but it's a con. There'll be some cosplay.
Oh, without a question.
And it's fun. The normal people will ask me, well, why do you like that? And I'll say, well, do you go to football games and dress up and wear the shirt, or like somebody used to be a super fan and paint their face and all that? It's the same thing. No, it's not. That's for kids. Well, it's not. It started as kids, but, I've been Comic-Con and, comic books and Disney all my life. Why should I give it up now? If
Just
it was
because-
Teletubbies, I'd agree with you.
Just because you got old, dude, doesn't mean I got to get old.
That's right.
Exactly.
I don't know if you caught it, Jim. Brian and I hold you in high esteem anyway, but I don't know if you caught it when we were talking about the Star Trek.
No, I didn't. Did you geek out a little bit?
I don't know if you caught it when you mentioned the Star Trek thing that you were in. Brian's eyes went.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely a Trekkie, and never try to call me a Trekker. I'm old school.
Right.
I watched the cartoon as a kid. I watched the replay of the first season and was there for the second. Next Generation when it came in.
Yeah.
I had not only the Amigo action figures, I had the Enterprise. So I had the teleporter you spin. He had his chair.
Oh, yeah.
Klingon.
I remember that. Yeah. Well, this show was really cool. Let me just talk for a second about Star Trek Continues. It was made by a guy named Vic Mignogna, who is a voiceover guy as well. Does a lot of animated voice work. And his girlfriend was, at the time, a girl named Michelle Specht, who I was in a theater group with out in Los Angeles. Well, they went out to Georgia. And, if you know, and you may not know this, Brian, but it's space, the final frontier. These are the voyage of the Starship Enterprise. It's 5-year mission, and the show was only on for 3 seasons. So the original goal, right? So this guy Vic's original goal was, I'm going to recreate all the sets. They're free. It's amazing what he has done, and we're going to do the last 2 seasons. And so, they cast the show, and I told Michelle, I said, hey, your boy would like to be on the show. So I wanted to wear the tunic. Well, they cast me as an alien. But when we were between shots, I was like, I need to put a tunic on. My friends, do you know Scotty? What's Scott? Why can't I remember Scotty's last name? But he's Brandon Routh's handler, sort of. He works for one of these companies that gets supplies. Scotty Whitehurst. But Scotty was there because he was working with the show, and I said, Scotty, come on, here's my phone. I went in the transporter room. I went up to the transporter controls. I sat in the chair on the bridge, and so I got pictures of those, which is cool. And some are in the collage for that. So total nerd here. But then what happened was so many people were doing these fan produced shows, and a lot of them were really bad. This one was not, but a lot of them were bad. And CBS was like, cease and desist everybody. So he wrapped it up. They didn't get to do the full 2 seasons, but in the last 2-part episode that they shot, they're wearing the Star Trek The Motion Picture uniforms.
Nice.
So a nerd like you, Brian, knows what I'm talking about.
You bridged the gap.
They totally bridged the gap, and that was their goal originally. Yeah.
Wow, they CND'd everybody that was making fan films or anything Star Trek related.
Yep.
Wow.
It's too bad, too, because it was a good show. It was a very good show. And it really kind of captured the spirit of the original series. We've got the morality tales and the societal, commentary. Lou Ferrigno was in one, and he was painted green. And it was about, trafficking of women.
Mm-hmm.
So, they try to keep it very topical and keep it very relevant to the social issues of the time, much like the original series did.
Yeah, they've always been about that.
When did they do that?
So the 90s?
No. This was it was after I moved home. It was after I moved home from Los Angeles, and I came home in 2012. So this would have been 6-7 years ago.
I got you.
Something like that. And so I drove over to Georgia and shot an episode and came home. It was awesome.
That's good to know about the C&D, though. I guess some IPs are real strict about that. Some don't mind fan films because it brings attention to the original work. As long as you're not profiting off of it without their permission, they're usually... I did a fan film based on the Last of Us franchise. It was a student film, and the last I saw we had the guys, the filmmakers from that on the show last year. It had over 500,000 views on YouTube.
Wow.
And it originally was supposed to be a short, that it ended up, they had so much good usable content that they expanded it into I think they're calling it a mini feature. It's a little bit between a short and a feature. I think it's an hour long, maybe. I don't remember exactly, but it turned out really, really good. The cinematography was really, really good, but everyone was volunteers. All the props, everything was either purchased with their own money or donated. They didn't make any money off of it. It's not monetized or anything. So I guess they're checking all the boxes, and they put the disclaimer that it's a fan film and wasn't made with the endorsement of the original people, Sony and all that. But
yeah,
that's too bad that did they make them take it down completely?
No,
or is the stuff that it was?
You can still see it. They kept it up on YouTube. So you just go to
I'm gonna go look for it.
Star Trek Continues, and I think they have 9 or 11 episodes, something like that. So.
Did you see the one that they did last year, Brian? Do you remember the name of it?
No.
Man,
But they de-aged Shatner in it, that one?
Yeah, and my understanding, it was a SAG project. I can't remember the name of it. I'm drawing a blank.
So what was that terminology you were using, Brian? What did they do?
Oh, they de-aged him.
Oh,
kind of like Robert Downey Jr.
Gotcha.
in the Avengers movies, CGI, not AF.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's a difference.
Yeah. So.
Oh, while you're talking, I was going to see if I could pull up the thing. You stop.
Oh, yeah. So,
yeah.
What else can we talk about this weekend? There's the list of people that are there is just astonishingly long. And I don't think I've ever seen a longer list of people on any con ever. It's the longest list I've ever seen. So,
I haven't either. It's over 80.
Yeah. And I'm sure I'm spacing on some cool guests, but I just
I'm going to pull them up.
Okay.
There's going to be 15 WWE wrestlers.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
And a couple from Mid-South Wrestling. When I was a kid, I lived in Southern Ohio for a while, and Mid-South was what we watched. And Bill Dundee is going to be there.
Yep.
And Jerry Lawler.
Jim Duggan.
Yep.
Is Jim Duggan going to be there too?
Yeah. Oh, and unless I'm mistaken, Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man.
Yeah, $1 Million Man, and Jake the Snake is going to be there too. Jake the Snake.
Nick Foley, but he wasn't Mid-South.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Simmons, who was Farouk, and then part of the APA. That's 90s wrestling. He had been around for a long time. That's Kevin Von Erich. He came by with his iron claw.
Yeah.
Gray Delisle, Kate McCucci,
yep,
and Scott Ennis will form a Scooby-Doo reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Kate was part of a duo called
Garfunkel and Oates.
And Ricky Lindholm was the other part of that duo, and I knew Ricky from when I taught in Los Angeles, so this is my connection there. Fun. You do this long as I have, you make connections. It's funny. Yeah.
We talked
Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let's see.
We talked about the 6 Degrees of Separation game with Kevin Bacon, and we had Rachel Jacob on, and she said, I think it's down to like 2 or 3 now. It's not 6 anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It might be 2 with some of these people that are going to be there, or maybe even 1.
Some are one-on-one, yeah.
If they count background, I'm 2 different weeks. So the question is, do they count background? When I posted, people were like, what about crew? I was like, I'm cool with crew. Kat Cressida of The Bride of the Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she was on Dexter's Laboratory. She was the sister.
All right.
We talked to Greg Berger, Grimlock from Transformers.
Okay.
Let's see, who else?
Yeah, he was really, Greg was.
Oh yeah, Reb Brown, the first Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Second.
Oh, it's
like the 70s Captain America.
That's the one that we all remember with the motorcycle and shield and
Pippi Longstocking. Hal Aaron is coming. This guy, Creek Wilson.
Yeah. I got one
Butch-
degree.
Yeah, Butch Patrick.
Yeah.
Eddie Munster is coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I met
I
Butch.
think you might have to stretch, but you're going to find somebody you like there.
Oh, sure. I met
Yeah,
Butch at an event that John Schneider put on, and Butch couldn't have been nicer. Just a sweet guy. Totally sweet guy.
Did he bring the wolf doll? Did he bring Fang?
I don't know if he had Fang or not, but they did. I think they had the like a Munster coach there, and he was taking pictures next to the Munster coach.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's totally cool. For geeks like me, that's really cool stuff.
I love the Munster. I just wish they could actually get it right. You know, do a new one.
Yeah, I know. They just can't seem to get it right, man. So much of that rested on the shoulders of Fred Gwynn, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it'd be tough to replace him.
With Halloween we just passed, I was watching for the Halloween that almost wasn't with Judd Hirsch as Dracula. So I love it. You can talk about its quality later. But not Fred Gwynn, the guy who played Herman in the later Munsters. In one of the sequels, he was in Star Trek as one of the ambassadors. And I just blanked, but he was, like, here he is as Frankenstein, as Herman. And then he played it later, which would have had a more powerful effect if I could just remember his name.
Was it Ed Herman?
John Schuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I was like, oh, man, he's always been in the makeup.
Yeah.
Well, that brought everything to a screeching halt.
Didn't it, though? But yeah, that lineup is just quite a lineup. And then, of course, there's lots of other voice people that are going to be there. And
Power Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not as familiar with the voice world as you are, Brian. I know you're deep into that, so that's
a
cool.
little bit. Now, jumping ahead to Fan Expo New Orleans, they are having a voice acting competition.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to enter. I got to come up with a submission. They say, do a 30-second clip. I'm like, what voice do I pick? What? And of course, I've been busy shooting the film this past couple of weekends. But
do a collage. Do a collage of voices.
That's what I think. But
Yeah.
different ones where they don't want you to.
Whatever.
That's okay. I'll do what I want.
Well, if I'm putting my own thing together, I'll do it my own way.
There you go.
That's right. What's the deadline on the submission? I think I'm going to submit as well.
They haven't put out a deadline. You just, from their Facebook post, you click the link, and it's a Google Doc. You fill it out. There's a little part for bio, and then you attach an MP3 file of your vocal submission, but 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to duplicate the picture with the hobbits?
No, I'm going to spare my money. They just announced today, Dogpool is coming. The dog from Wolverine, Deadpool.
The ugly dog.
Yeah.
There's your star of the con. I can't wait.
I'll tell you, the Fan Expo is a little thin this year, comparatively.
Well, there will be more announcements coming.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's January 10th. They better hurry up.
It might be too late, but we ought to think about sponsoring it.
Yeah.
I put in for our passes, and we can talk about trying to sponsor, but I think we've missed the deadline. Maybe GalaxyCon New Orleans in June.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
Or July. There's Mississippi Con in June, which has the Bionic Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner coming.
Sold.
Bionic duo.
I had the $6 million man. It was about a foot tall, and you could look through one of the eyes.
Yeah, sure.
It had the arm. Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm a 70s kid.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up. Maybe somebody wants to buy us some old toys. Go back and get that retro for us.
That's right.
Very cool.
So what's your goal for the con this weekend?
Because we're not going as celebrities, I think.
Well, that's
yeah,
your opinion. I think of you as celebrities, so
thank you.
You're welcome.
But the podcast is part of the advertisement, but not as prominent as yours. So, and then we have our friends. I've contacted as many people can. It's still free, folks. If you want to go, all you need is a screenshot of the golden ticket. Don't even need the physical part. And they're so crazy, Jim. It's free parking.
Yeah.
Wow.
They really want to get people in. So, but
Yeah.
I've talked to my con people. I'm like, this is where I'll be. Make sure they had a ticket. So it's going to be that kind of thing. And people will be able to find me for selfies instead of me going to fight and find them.
Right.
That's right.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm just hoping for some networking and making some new friends.
Yep. And some more listens will be good. We might broadcast from there. You got to see our power set up when we go there Friday. It should be okay, but you never know.
See what the signal is like inside. Sometimes buildings, signal's not so good. We'll see.
I wonder what kind of facility the Lamar Dixon Center is.
this will be my first time there. I mean, it's professional, you know.
Yeah.
He was.
Is it a convention center?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay.
And the video I saw, it looked rather large, kind of like
It's pretty big.
Pontchartrain Center out here in Kenner, where NOLA Con was. We need to have a NOLA Film Con or something, TJ. We need to do our own and bring who we want here.
I've thought about it, but then I thought I listened to everything Scott was going through to put that together in 2 years to get it going. And oof. I mean, I know you're the celebrity wrangler, Brian. I just don't have the contacts to bring in the heavy hitters like he does.
You never know. You know, Jim knows people. We know people.
That's it.
It could be highlighting New Orleans and kind of like the TV where they would sell their videos to distributors. Will sell New Orleans to distributors and to filmmakers. So it'll be a two-edged con.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe so.
That's dream.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just looking to have fun and see my people and meet new people.
Yeah.
And then I might wander the con and see who I can talk to and hand out my business card for the years. And they see.
I'll be doing my little rounds, you know, checking stuff out, taking a break.
Scott originally had 2 rooms, and then he lost one because it's going to be like a handicap prom, special needs event. And what are you going to do? Complain?
Right.
How dare you?
Yeah. I'll push you kids out of here.
I say combine the two, let a little, stars go wandering and maybe one day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because I used to do that as Captain Crescent City. That's one of the things we did.
Yeah.
So I miss being a super fan. Might be better this year not to be. But that's when you got to dig deep and bring your love for the Saints out.
No.
That's a rebuilding year.
It's rebuilding 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a 2 or 3 year at least rebuild. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And again, I brought us way down.
Yeah. Thanks. Boy, Brian, you've got a knack. You got a knack, buddy.
Well, that's where we can insert
be good at
commercials when we
something,
get
right?
a big pause.
That's it.
It's the next chapter. That's what I am. So we've still got some time. Do you want to talk about what you hope for the local industry?
Yeah. Film Louisiana is a great organization, and they recently went to the legislature and they got a law called, I think it's called Act 44, passed, which takes the decision making out of the hands of the legislature and puts it into the Economic Development Committee.
Oh, nice.
And they're very pro film, and they also eliminated the cap per actor and some other cap that was keeping people from coming here, instead sending them over to like Atlanta or whatever. So they got rid of like 2 or 3 roadblocks that were stopping people from coming here. And then they had a big event out in Los Angeles where they promoted, film. And so Jason Wagensback came and talked to, for those of you that are listening or watching or whatever you guys do with us, I've been the president of the local SAG-AFTRA board this is my 3rd term. And Jason Wagensback has come and talked to us. And our last meeting, Trey Burvant, who is another board member of Film Louisiana, came and spoke. And they had their event and they promoted it to Louisiana, and they put together a lookbook, because most people, filmmakers from outside of the city or outside of the state, think, oh yeah, it's swamp. But there's so many other locations that will double for other locations. So they put together a lookbook and they gave it out, and people are like, wow, I didn't even know that you had this stuff. So I'm hoping that turns the tide. And there are a few filmmakers in town who have made their own low-budget shoestring films, and I just think it's time for us to learn the business end of filmmaking and write our own scripts, put our own productions together, raise our own money, and make our own films here, so that we don't have to wait on Los Angeles to come into town. We don't have to wait on New York to come into town. So I'm going to be reaching out to a bunch of people, and it's all still very much in the air in the next couple of months, and starting to try to get a grassroots film production mentality together, so that we don't have to rely on anybody. We'll do our own thing,
And Mahoney's talking about doing that very thing, putting a board together and doing that very thing that you're talking about doing.
I think
we might need to get some minds together and
yeah. So there's just too many. It's been too long for us to wait around as long as we have. And one of the things that when we struck last time, when I say we, the union struck in 23, it occurred to me, why do we have to keep going to the negotiating table every 3 freaking years just to get beat up and beat up and beat up and beat up by these rich, power-hungry people like David Zaslav, who in 4 years made almost $500 million in bonuses when we're, I took a check to the bank the other day. I got a bunch of residual checks, and one of them was for 2 cents. And the guy was like, "You got a check for 2 cents?" I was like, "Yeah, put it in." Why do we have to do that? Like, why do we have to suffer when they make all that money? And so, it's just listen, I don't care how rich you are. Once you get past 50 million, it becomes like an obsessive video game.
Mm-hmm.
Like this dude, David Zaslav, he's probably worth $350 million. No, wait, more. He made that in 4 years, so he's probably worth a lot more. You could take it all away except for 50 million. He'd never know it. His day-to-day life wouldn't change at all.
Yeah.
These studio executives and these producers, it's almost like, what's on your screen? I got this on my screen. How much have you got on your screen? I want more. I want more than you have. That's what it's what it boils down to. It's ridiculous. So I said, why don't we start our own production companies, a SAG-AFTRA Productions. We're going to make our own movies. We're going to start our own streaming platforms. We're going to have our own distribution. And all, Paramount and Warner Brothers and all you guys, you can't use our actors anymore. We're going to make our own thing. And you can use all the non-union people you want, but you're not using our actors anymore. We're not going to go to the negotiating table with you anymore. So that was a dream that I had. And then that sort of transferred over to Louisiana. Why don't we just do our own thing, man? Why don't we just make our own movies? The trick is finding good scripts.
Yeah.
And then meeting someone who knows how to raise funds.
That's the big thing is raising the money.
Who do you turn to? Like, who do you go to? So we're going to start working on that in the near future, I think, and making stuff happen, man. We have to make our own stuff happen. That's my 2 cents. Yeah.
I like it.
Like I just did an independent. And I think it's going to be like a mini feature, like TJ says, because I don't think it's going to make it to the hour-and-a-half mark. And the cinematography, the organization, the people, the scripts, all of it was top-notch professions.
Mm-hmm.
So why shouldn't it be said?
Yeah.
It's that roadblock. And it's like TJ was saying, and you were saying, of course, access to the money. So I think if we can hurdle that as a group, and I say as a group, I'm not SAG yet, but I will be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And if any of you people listening or watching or whatever are filmmakers, I just want to tell you, there is a contract for your size project. It's not very expensive. The paperwork is not very difficult. Mm-hmm. If you're doing a micro budget, you can go online to the SAG-AFTRA website, put in your information, and in 5 minutes, it will be approved. It's that simple. The thing is, what happens then is you now have an opportunity to hire, professional actors. Whereas if you're doing something that's non-union, the first rule of the union is, you can't do it. So this is not, and please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying non-union actors can't act. Of course, I'm sure there's a lot of you're a great example, Brian. Your growth has been amazing, and I'm sure you do a great job. But if I'm making a movie, I want to be able to hire whoever I want and not be limited to a certain pool, So we've always got those contracts, and so check it out, sagafter.org.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And with that...
So come on out and support Scott. Scott, it's such a huge undertaking for Scott to have taken upon himself. And I'm really happy that he did. And I want to do whatever I can to support that,
It's not going to stop.
That's awesome.
We're going to want you there, too.
You should
keep coming to cons.
Sorry, Brian.
Selling the stuff gators,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of merch. Dun, dun, dun.
There it is.
We're starting to dip our toe into it. So we're going to come up with designs. TJ, my wife says we need a mascot. So we need to talk.
Maybe we'll do a mascot contest.
The mascot should have
NOLAFilmScene.shop. Get your merch.
Oh, cool.
And I want to plug our sponsor real quick, too, while I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
Jana McCaffery is sponsoring the show. So if you have been injured and you need a personal injury attorney, check her out. She's offering discounts to members of the film industry. And she does not do contract law. She does personal injury. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you got injured on set or whatever. Just if you work in the industry, no matter what your position is. She's looking out for people, so check her out. Link is in the description below.
She wants to take care of you.
Jim, thanks
Here's a
for
final
joining
quote.
us.
See
Oh,
if you
yeah.
guys can get this.
Hold on.
We're ready to believe you.
How about we're here to pump you up?
That's I remember that. Hans
I
and Franz.
know it was the Ghostbusters, but I had to, power in my own. Oh, I gave it away. We should have done a contest. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys, thank you so much for bringing me on. Come out to CajunCon this weekend.
See everybody Saturday. Probably see you Friday, Jim.
Oh, you'll see me Friday. Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, y'all take care.